But number one thing that you do not want to put on a credit card application, self-employed or retired, right? When you put self-employed on a credit card application, all you are doing is telling these lenders that you do not have consistent income coming in. I'm not saying you don't. I know some of y'all might have a side hustle. Y'all might have, your business might be already generating y'all some bread. You already might have y'all jobs, but when you put self-employed, you are essentially saying that you don't have consistent revenue coming in. All right. Same thing with retired. When you put retired, right, that is a red flag because it's telling them that you don't look like you're stable, that you have that income coming in. All right. So what I would do instead is, if you have a current employer, of course, use your current employer. It's okay for you to have a business and still be working a job. That's perfectly fine. Or another thing you can do is, for your employment situation, you can put you're employed by your business. All right. So that's what you're going to want to do in terms of that. So it said my personal scores are 680, 714, 724, but I don't have personal income at the moment. So that is okay because there is something called predicted income or stated income. All right. So essentially with these no-doc funding programs, they will allow you to get the funding without having the actual income. It is based off of stated income, meaning what you state. Now, there's a certain amount that we want to stay within. You don't want to be a brand new business owner applying for no doc funding saying that you're making $600,000 a year, unless that is the case, but most likely it's probably not. So what you do is there's a range, and I'll get into that too. All right, so that was number one. Second thing we don't want to do is, when it comes to our income, right, leading up to what the young lady just asked, it is stated income or predicted income. So what that means is typically there is a range where you will get away with the no doc. So on the personal side, typically somewhere between, I'm not going to give you numbers, but what I'm going to say is if it is too low, then that is a red flag, because in terms of a DTI, it will look bad, right? How can we go ask the lender for $30,000 in no doc funding when we say that we only make $30,000, right? On the other end, what we don't want to do is go say that you're making, $250,000 if you're only making, let's say 50 to 60,000, right? So there's a sweet spot. All right, there's a sweet spot. Also, a hack for that is you can use something called household income. So if you live with your significant other, or you stay with your shorty, or for the females, you stay with your dude, what y'all can do is you can use your household income, which means y'all's combined. All right. So those are in terms of the personal income side, where we want to be at. In terms of the business side, all right, there's again stated or predicted income. So if you're a brand new LLC, you are still eligible to go get this no doc funding, right? Just like the personal side, I said there is a typical range. Now, there are certain lenders who like you to be within certain guidelines. So let's say Amex, American Express. If you're looking to get American Express business funding, typically if you go over that 147 number, typically what's going to happen is they are going to have you hook up your bank account to their system. I think they go through, it's called Plaid or Plaid. I don't know if you heard of it, right? But essentially they're going to have you sign in, they're going to hook it up, and they're going to go to verify your income. So if you want that no doc funding, you're going to want to stay under that one, or at around that 147 income range for the Amex play. But most lenders, right? Most lenders, even as a brand new LLC, if we are structured the right way, that's our foundation. We've optimized, we set up the business the right way. We can go anywhere from that. I like to say, I can't give you an exact number, of course, but I like to do anywhere between that 137 all the way up to 317 range. All right. Too high, you're saying you make $500,000-600,000. They're just gonna say, okay, cool, show us docs, right? 2 years tax returns, 6 months bank statements, all that, right? If you're too low, you're probably not gonna get a lot of funding because they're gonna say that you don't quite make enough to even handle the funding. All right, so that's that sweet spot. All right, comment 40K in the comment section to get access to the 40K business funding masterclass, only $17 a night. All right, so that's two now, right? Now, the next thing you never want to put on a on a credit card application, this is specifically on the business side, is that you are in a high risk industry. All right, so high risk industries are anything that is like trucking, all right, cannabis, the word real estate, credit repair, All of these things, y'all, are considered high risk, right? So you have something called an NAICS code, all right? This is the code that lenders, when you tell them what your business is, or they might ask you what is the nature of your business, they will simply look at the code, and if the code is in a high risk, you will either get denied or you will get super low funding, all right? So what you want to do is you want to avoid that. How do you avoid that? You're going to, when you are setting up your business, all right, or even when the bankers just ask you, hey, what does your business entail? You want to say we are in things like marketing, all right? We're in things like business consulting, right? These are considered low risk industries. Also, when going to set up your business, if you haven't already, stay away from those high risk names, those high risk words being in the name, right? So instead of so-and-so's car rental business, car rentals is considered a high risk. Instead of saying Darius's car rental business, what I might say is, Darius's or Bender's solutions, right? Something vague, something general, all right? If you already did that, you're like, man, I'm trying to change it. What you can do is you can file an amendment. So you can go back to your Secretary of State, file an amendment, and you can just update it with the new name, all right? But y'all want to make sure when you walk in these banks or you do the applying that you are not using these names. As soon as you say, hey, how you doing? I'm in credit repair, red flag, you're getting denied. As soon as you say, hey, I'm in such and such trucking, you're probably not getting a lot of money. Not because those businesses or industries are bad, but just because it is perceived by the banks as a high-risk industry, all right? Drop 40K in the comment section. I got 16 spots left, and then that sale is going to be done. So it's only $17 tonight, or till I get up in the morning, or till those last 16 spots are sold out. All right? So that's number 4. Certain industries we want to stay away from. All right? Number 5 is understanding that the number one reason a lot of people either aren't getting those automatic approvals, or if you're getting denied, or if they're telling you that we gotta wait, we gotta verify something, is because your personal information on your credit report is not all in alignment, all right? So what y'all wanna do is, right, if you've been getting a lot of holdups or you've been hearing a lot of denials, and you know that your credit report is in order, you know your LLC structured, you know you're doing the things I'm giving y'all in terms of applications, is you want to check your personal information, right? And so I tell y'all, it should look like a resume. You should have one name, you should have one address, you should have one employer. All of your old employers across all 3 bureaus should be deleted or should be out of there. It should only be one, which is your current. All right, all of your names, the spellings across all 3 bureaus, they should be exactly the same, y'all. All right, all of your addresses, it should only be one address, which is your current address. Or have you ever lived at those other places? No, get rid of them. Because imagine when you go for funding, right? When you go for funding, imagine this. Imagine I come to you. I see, who I see? Box Sherry Nate. Let's say I see you say, hey, can I borrow $10,000 for my business? You say, okay, let me look into this person. You go and you look at my credit profile. I got 4 different names. I got 3 different addresses. I got 2 employers on one bureau. I got 2 on the other. You're probably going to say, is this even a real person? Is this person a scammer? Is this person, are they stable? Because when you have all these different addresses, you do not appear as stable, all right? So what you want to do is you want to update all 3 bureaus and only have one name, one address, and one employer, all right? So those are some things y'all want to do when y'all are looking to get in position for these business credit cards, all right? Any questions y'all got, drop them in the chat. Also, comment 40K if you're looking to get access to that 40K business funded masterclass, only $17 a night. It'll be back up to $97 soon. All right, and then a bonus for y'all. Actually, I gave y'all a lot of sauce. My guy, Real Estate Mills, what's good, bro? We about to link up in a few weeks for that podcast. Gonna go crazy. All right. Any questions y'all got? Drop them in the chat. Oh, cool. Yes, sir. All right, so that's the class. Also, make sure y'all stay tuned this week. We're going to be doing a free live workshop on Thursday. I'm going to be showing y'all how to do credit card stacking. Be showing you how to get the maximum bag so that you all can go out there, leverage this money to grow our businesses, right? Understand that this money is not for you to go out and buy liabilities. We're going to take this business funding, we're going to invest into our businesses or ourselves, and then we're going to from the cash flow that we're making, then if y'all want to go flex, y'all can do that then. But essentially, this money is to help make us more money. My guy said, how a barber get maximum amount of funding? The same way anybody does, right? Personal credit report, 680 plus. All right, no negatives, no derogatories. Let's go get 8 to 10 primary accounts. The more the merrier. All right, let's get that average age up to about 4.5, 5 years of age. And then our utilization, we want under that 20 threshold, preferably under 10%. Once we're there, all right, we need to optimize. We need to set up our business the right way. All right, I break that down, but essentially in a nutshell, make sure you get your LLC. Make sure you get your EIN. This is your business and social security number. Make sure that you get you a official business address, not your home address. Make sure you get you a business phone number. Make sure that you have basic website. It don't have to be anything fancy, right? I would say make sure that you have a low risk industry. How many classes are there for the 17? So it's a business funding masterclass where I break down everything I just went over, but it's only $17 for, I think there's another 9 spots. All right, I think there's another 9 spots on there. So that's gonna break everything down. What your credit report needs to look like, how to improve it, how to set up your LLC the right way. I'm gonna give you a list of my 10 business funding lenders, no doc programs, how to applications, 0% interest. All right, absolutely. So it said I got a 700 across the board on the personal. Been having an LLC for 2 years now. Changed it into an S corp last month. Okay, let's get it. Run the play then. Make sure you run the play. All right, in that class, I give y'all a list of banks too. I give y'all a list, 0% interest banks. What that means is that money is damn near free, right? Not saying, of course, we have to pay it back, but understand this. Okay, let's say, I like to give examples. Let's say you want to start your Airbnb business, right? And maybe you're new. All right, what you do is, let's say you go somewhere like Chase, 0% interest, 12 months, right? They're gonna give you $20 to $50,000, all right? No doc program. But let's say you go get 25, right? You have 0% interest, 12 months. So what that means is now we can go to the apartment or the house we want. We can talk to the landlord. We can lock in the unit. We can pay first and last, security, whatever it may be. We can go out, go to Wayfair, furnish the unit. We can list it on VRBO, Airbnb, Peerspace. And now we are making money and we are not stressed about killing our utilization because it's on the business side, right? Any funding that we get on the business side, the utilization is not going to report to our personal credit, all right? That's why business funding is the cheat code. It's not going to report on the personal side, right? Not only that, but now you have 12 months, again, at 0% interest, which means you do not have to stress about paying it back right away, all right? All you have is a minimum payment. It's typically like 1%, which is essentially nothing, right? A couple bucks. But now you have 12 months where you literally have used none of you have used none of your money, and you have went out and now created income. All right, that's it. That's it. So make sure y'all get it in. Any other questions before I get up off of here? Any other questions? Let's see. All right, cool. So I'm gonna leave that up there. Let me see. There you go. Is it really true that if people set up their LLC the correct way, they'll get funding? So it's more, yes, that is true, but it's more to it than just that. If it were that easy, if it were that simple, everybody would just be out here just getting all the money. So that's half of the equation, yes. All right, so that is the second part. So we have a 3-step process. First is our foundation, right? Your foundation is the root. All right, so it's like when a tree grows. Let's say when a tree grows, the way it grows is all going to be predicate on what? The foundation, the root. So if the root isn't right, the tree goes wrong. All right. So first part, personal credit report. That is your foundation. That tells a story about you personally. All right, it tells a story on how responsible you've been in the past, how responsible you've been with dealing with money from previous. How many accounts do you have, and what the importance of the accounts is. It's not the actual account they care about, but what it is okay, this person has borrowed money and been able to pay their bills on time with 10 different people, whether it's revolving credit, whether it's installment credit, or whatever it may be. It just tells a story about you. Your utilization tells a story, okay? Is this person able to handle the credit that they already have currently? Because if not, why would we give them more money? All right, so that's all it is. All your personal profile is doing is telling a story about you. I know we don't always like it, but I mean, think about it in real life. If I find out you owe everybody around the way, $20,000, you're not paying down your debt, why would I give you more money? So it's the same thing when it comes to these lenders. All right, so they're looking at that. That's the first part. That's the foundation. The second part is optimizing, so setting up and structuring that business the right way. A lot of people think it's just go get an LLC and then I'm good to go. It's not. All right, I mean, you got, again, your business and Social Security, which separates you from the business, helps with tax liabilities and all that. That's why your EIN is super important. All right, that's the first thing you're gonna need. Now, when we talk about setting it up properly, making sure that your business isn't attached to like a home address, right? You got to think, a lot of us were looking for big money, right? If I came up to you on the street and I had toothpaste on my chin, my shirt was ripped, I had food in my teeth, I got out of the car that looked like it been through hell, and I say, hey, I'm Darius, how you doing? I want to help you get access to business funding. You're going to think that, you're going to either say hell no, or you're going to think that I'm crazy, I'm a fraud, I'm nuts. You're going to say hell no, right? But understand that perception is reality. So the same way that you would look at me like I'm crazy is the same way the banks are looking at you when you walk in the bank and you do not have the things that you are, the basic essentials that you're supposed to have before going for funding. All right, so we talk about business address. You can simply go to Regis. You could go to iPoster. You could go to Opus, right? You want to make sure that you do a little homework. Understand that. Make sure that it's attached to an actual place, right? Like an actual brick and mortar building. A lot of people, they make the mistake of, they'll find out it's attached to a Staples. All right, now you got to go back and you got to go to your Secretary of State, file an amendment, and update it with the new address. All right, same with the phone number. A lot of us were operating with our cell phone number as our business number, and we're wondering why we're either getting low limits or we're getting no limits, meaning denied. Right? Just go get you a simple toll-free number. You can check out Freedom Voice and get that done. All right. So that's the second part, bro. So yeah, well, that's two parts. And then the third part is obviously understanding strategy. We talk about credit card stacking, which I'll get into another night. We'll go through a whole map. I give y'all a masterclass on live for that. I got y'all. Someone said, all right, someone said, is it good to use business funding to clean up personal debt and get that credit back up? That's a great question. Absolutely. Absolutely. If you're in a position where you can get access to business funding, now you can leverage the business funding, because remember, that does not report to the personal side. Absolutely, what you would want to do is take some of that funding, pay down your personal debt, so now we are in a much better position to go out and get even more funding. Absolutely. That's a great question. Great question. Yeah, I have a question. Okay, just drop it in there. Management. Yep, management is absolutely cool. It's a safe spot. So management, solutions, enterprise, worldwide, right? All of these things are cool. Someone said, repeat that again. I don't. Let me know what you wanted me to repeat. I got you. So we can rent a space and sublease Airbnb. Yeah, people do it all the time. Absolutely. So this is what I tell y'all. This is the cheat code. I swear, if y'all want to double y'all income, right? If y'all want to double y'all income, y'all want to get on the fast pass, y'all want to be successful, y'all want to be the best person in your family, help your family, whatever it may be. Anything you're trying to do, right? Like, I think someone said they try to do Airbnb. What you want to do is, instead of trying to do it on your own or figure it out or just learn it from a YouTube video, go take a class from someone who teaches Airbnb. You could go on Instagram. I don't teach Airbnb. I'm saying you could go in the Instagram search box, type in Airbnb, and there are a lot of people who have done Airbnb at a high level, and they will teach you the exact process, mistakes to avoid. Just like I'm giving y'all some free game on funding right now, there's people who will teach you that. All right, so that's what I would do. But yes, it's called arbitrage, where you can go in, you can rent a space, sublease it, and essentially you're subleasing it, but you're using it for Airbnb. Yes, you can do that. But there's a way to do it, right? There's a right way. All right, someone said, let me see. If I have 5 aged primaries with no OS, is that enough to get 20K funding on a person? Oh, are you saying no age? I'm assuming you're saying no age. So if I have 5 primaries with no age, is that enough to get 20K on the personal side? So if you got 5 primaries, yes, that is enough to get personal, but you're gonna need some age. All right. So what I would suggest is a few plays you can run. You can add a trade line. All right. That's one option. All right. That's gonna help you for the age. You're gonna want to make sure it has some good age on it. You can leverage other people, so authorized users. So let's say you have, Mom Dukes. Maybe she had a credit card with 20 years of age. If she's responsible, meaning she keeps her utilization low, she pays her bills on time. What you can do is you can use that to, you can have her add you as an authorized user. And what's going to happen is the next time it updates, that's going to be now on your credit report. So that's how you can increase some age to get you in position. And then, yeah, 20K is light. You could just go to a credit union and get that off rip. So absolutely. All right, cool. All right, y'all. Your boy getting tired. I'm finna get up out of here. Super dope. So listen, that's till 11 a.m. All right, it's gonna be till 11 a.m. So all you gotta do is call me 40K. You're gonna get access to that. And I'm gonna give y'all a bonus for those of y'all who did tap in. So, and then what I want you to do is, I know you're gonna go out there and go crazy. Just post your results, tag me on your story, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give y'all a free ebook for those of y'all who could do that. All right, and then I'm gonna do another live tomorrow. I'll be back. We're gonna break down tomorrow how to turn credit into cash. How to take the cash off the cars, etc., to be able to invest the bread. All right, y'all have a good night. And what the way of asking for funding? What the way of asking for funding? Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, I'm out of here. All right, y'all.